What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm out thrifting, hitting this Goodwill looking for things I can flip, make some money, and I see this right away, and it's a Memorex CD player, new in the package. At first, I was hoping, it was a Sony, because the Sony ones, at least some of them, can be worth hundreds of dollars. The Memorex still pretty good for $5. Definitely not going to complain. See this box that says Simmons? Decide I want to look it up, see what it is. And it's a faucet, so I look it up. It's just not worth selling. It was used in there anyway. And I do put that box back together and put it back on the shelf after I'm done recording. A lot of people leave comments telling me to do that. I do. I just don't, do it while I'm recording. Got a brand new tea maker in there, and I see this VR headset. And I see it's Oculus. It's not an actual, cheap one you put your phone in. So put that in the cart. It's actually an Oculus Go for $5. Pretty cool to see that. Also really cool to see the brand new in-box tea maker, just because those sell for really good money. Here's a OGO bag, and it's $6.99. And I do end up picking this up. It's just a nice bag. I figure if it doesn't sell, maybe I'll use it at some point. It's got a lot of pockets in there. End up grabbing that. There's a big sleigh or something. I do not want that. It would be awful to ship. You could always sell it on Marketplace, though, if it was cheap enough. So now I'm inside of this Goodwill. You see I got some stuff in the cart there already. A couple mugs I end up putting back, but also a brand new Sony Blu-ray player in there. This was a cart that had just come out, so I rushed over there and grabbed the stuff. Now I'm checking the toys, and I see this. I don't know what they were. I forget now. I think something that like you make jewelry or bracelets with. I looked it up because I've never seen this before. Thought it might be something worth it. No, not open like that. Certainly not. So end up passing on that. Got lots of toys to look through. Got some Nerf guns, which I'm pretty picky on the Nerf guns I buy. Some of those larger ones can be good, but the shipping can be high. So if they're not something that sells and moves and are sought after, I usually don't buy them. Plush, just looking, hoping to find something. And people wonder why I do these voiceovers sometimes, and it's just because they play copyrighted music in Goodwill. I have to talk over it. I just can't let the footage, run. The video will get flagged for copyright, then it would just be muted, or it might get taken down. YouTube's weird like that. Copyright is weird like that. Yeah, what was that show? Not Stranger Things. Supernatural. 2 Supernatural mugs that are new. I looked them up. They weren't really selling at all. There was a lot on eBay. If I could make money on them, it would probably take like 2 years. So I just put those back. I threw them in the cart because I didn't know what they were worth. And over here, I'm looking at bread makers that are overpriced. This is the Goodwill that overprices stuff like that, and they just never sell. Then I guess they just send them to the bins to be sold. Here is a Lumen. This is a CPAP mask cleaner. And I ended up buying this. This sold really quickly. So that was nice. That was $10. And I don't buy any kind of CPAP, mask or machines, but the cleaners you can sell on eBay okay. What else can we find? Got the Sony Blu-ray player, which sold really quickly as well. And some board games in the cart already. Because I'll show you everything in the haul part of the video. Talk about how much I expect to make on it. This miscellaneous aisle again. I remember it from the last video, but that's what you do when you thrift. You go into these places multiple times, every week, every day if you can. So here's this is something you attach to your blinds, and it has a remote and it opens your blinds for you. I thought it could be worth picking up. It's LPN sticker, which means it's a return, and they probably just sent it to Goodwill or donated it. And I looked it up. I think it was selling for like $30, $35 new. I just didn't want to mess with it. I would have had to test it and everything. And, well, it just didn't seem worth it to me. So I just left it on the shelf. Leave it for someone else who wants to use it. Try to get it to work. Who knows why it was actually returned. Probably just didn't work correctly. Looking at the shoes, we got some, nothing too special here. I'm not sure what brand that says. $15. Not interested. Don't find a lot of shoes in this Goodwill, but I see these Nike shoes here. I'm like, well, how much are these priced? Probably $20, $25. No, they're not priced up. These are size 18. So, yeah, I can probably make some money on those. So I put those in the cart also. And doing pretty well in this Goodwill. Very rare to find this much stuff in this Goodwill anymore. Used to be the shoe empire at this Goodwill because they would put shoes out and they were never priced up. Like, you could find brand new shoes for $5. And then, well, they got an employee, I guess, that just decided they were losing too much money. But, you know, all the shoes they have priced up front, they don't sell. They're just always the same ones. So I don't know. Here's a surveillance camera set for $20. And this is a pretty good pickup. Happy to have spotted it. Should be able to make some good money either parting it out or getting it to work. Said the hard drive didn't work, but found some great stuff. Let me show you everything I found. Check it out. Here is my haul. This one has some really great finds. We'll start back here with this OGIO bag. Our Gear is Organized bag. Picked this up at Goodwill for $5.99. I figured I'd give it a shot. I looked it up and was looking pretty decent for the comps. The only thing about it is it has this Chemex logo on it, which I guess is just for a business, right? Was using it. Still, I saw some others that had random businesses on them and they were selling. I've sold some Our Gear is Organized golf bags before and they've sold really fast and for good money. So I don't think I'll make a whole lot, probably about $15 profit in the end, but these things are easy to list and ship. Here's something I probably shouldn't have bought. This is a Land Before Time plush, mostly because it was $4.99. I've sold these in the past. The last one I sold, I think I paid like $1/4 for it at a garage sale. Don't remember what I sold it for, but I'm going to price this one $20 plus shipping because it's in really good condition. It's made by Gund, which they have some pretty good, valuable plushes. If you're watching this video and you see these, I don't necessarily recommend you picking them up, right? Because there's a lot of them on eBay. This is probably going to take a while to sell, and I'm a bit of a sucker for the vintage stuff. And when I show it in a video like this, is probably going to be people buying it, right? And even flood the market more. I'd have been more pleased getting it for like a couple bucks, but like I said, I just like this kind of stuff anyway. I like to take photos of it and deal with it, the vintage stuff. So I'm a bit weird like that, but still there's going to be $10 profit in it. I think it will sell at some point just because I'll have one on eBay that is a bit better condition than a lot of them. This is a CPAP cleaner, and I don't buy CPAP machines or masks or anything to sell on eBay. They're not allowed. However, the cleaners I have sold before, different ones, I don't think they fall in that health category that eBay can restrict stuff. Oh, and the globe light just came on. Got that on a timer. But anyway, yeah, I think I could sell this for about $40 plus shipping. It's packed in there in the styrofoam. Looks like it had the paperwork and everything. And it had a good sell-through rate, so worth picking up. As always, don't listen to some YouTuber on the internet. Do your own research. Make sure this stuff is okay to sell on eBay yourself. But I've sold these before, just no problem at all. Here's a pair of very large shoes, size 18, which is one of the reasons I bought them. I mean, they were only $5. Cashier at this Goodwill was even surprised that they didn't mark these up because, you know, they mark up anything. Doesn't even have to have a brand name. They'll price at $20 or $30. But they're in pretty good condition. They're size 18. I do think I can sell these for $40 plus shipping, especially given the size. So pretty good for only paying $5. And here's a couple tennis rackets. Not bad, but honestly, I thought they were better when I was looking them up. I saw an $80 comp, and when I got home and was looking them up more, I noticed that was for 2 rackets for $80, but still, they look like they're selling between $30 and $40, the oversized ones, these infusions. Paid $6 a piece for them, so I do think there's at least $15 a piece profit in them. They're very good condition. Usually I get rackets for like $2, maybe $3, so $6 is a bit much, but I just think they were worth a bit more when I bought them. This is really cool. It's been a while since I found any kind of sealed like CD player. When I first saw this, you know, I always, when I first see these, I like, please be a Sony, please be a good one that's worth like $500. Not yet. It has not happened. Memorex, this one's you know, a $60 unit new. So for paying $5, that's great. Not complaining, but one day I'd just love to find that sealed Sony unit. Speaking of sealed Sony units, well, here's one. Or at least it was. I did pop it open because I wasn't sure if it was going to be actually new. This is a Blu-ray DVD player. And the sticker seal that was here, I was like, well, it looks like it's probably factory sealed, but it's making this rattling noise. And I'm like, that don't sound right for a sealed item. But you know what? It was new. It was actually sealed. It's just how they have, it's just the batteries bouncing around, which I don't know. Like maybe it's not supposed to be like that, but based on my experience, when you see stuff like this, it's going to be, maybe there's supposed to be a remote in there. Oh, the remote is right there. So I'll be selling it new open box. It'll still sell great. They don't sell for a whole lot though, but new open box should be at least a $50 sale. Paid $12.99 for it. Here's a couple board games. I got this Acquire vintage bookshelf 3M game. Actually, I'm not sure if 3M made this. But this is a pretty good one, pre-owned. Honestly, I didn't check Amazon on this. It's in really good quality. I could probably sell it on Amazon. But on eBay, complete and in good condition like this, I think it's around $30, $25, $30. So if you're paying $2.99, it's going to be worth it. They got this sealed game for $3.99. I find it all the time sealed. It's one of those ones I'll sell on Amazon and I'll make like $10, $15 profit on it. Has a good rank, it always sells. So not bad for the board game pickups today. But this is pretty cool. This is something that I almost missed because I'm so used to seeing these VR headsets where they're the cheap ones. You just kind of stick your phone in there. But I saw this is Oculus, which they make some really high-end VR headsets. This is the Oculus Go. It doesn't have the controller with it or the charger cable, but you know, I can replace that easy enough. I think it's just a standard USB-C or something. I might order a controller. I have to see how much they are, but you know, even just like this, the mask will sell for $40, $50. So worth picking up for $4.99. Might be fun to play with. Might charge it up, get a controller, and just test it and see how it works, make sure everything works great, then sell it complete like that. Even with a controller, I think it was only like $75, but really cool. I have to pay more attention, right? It's just easy to pass up on these when you see them all the time. They're just the cheap generic ones. Here's this 3XL Harley Davidson vest. I picked this up at Goodwill. I paid $5 for it. Figured I could make some money, but when I got home and looked it up, I was pleasantly surprised. It looked like it was selling pretty well, around $40 to $50. So should be a pretty good flip. All the basic Harley stuff that just doesn't sell that great on eBay, but sometimes you can pick up good pieces like that. Here's another item that is new in the box. It's been a while since I found one of these. The TM70, which is the best model, I believe, the blue one. These things new sealed on Amazon are over $200. And this one obviously is not sealed. It might have been sealed, but I was feeling the tape. It felt like there was some just Goodwill tape put over it. So I had to open it up and check. See, it was $6.99 and it is new in there, which is great. Now, still used on Amazon, these will sell for around $150, which is what I'm going to try to do with this one. I don't think this is considered an oversized box. It's close. Anyone who's selling on Amazon, you know, they started doing the placement fees. They're absolutely crushing me. I'm sure they're crushing everyone out there, right? I got these two boxes over there I'm shipping into Amazon. It's costing $88 to ship those in when before it was like $20 or less, right? Because of the placement fees. And one reason is those are going to California. I'm in Ohio, so that's a $56 just there. The placement fees were only like $30 some extra. Usually they don't send them to California. I don't think it's ever happened for me. There's places in Ohio and Indiana they usually go to my shipments. So they changed a lot of stuff. And this is an oversized shipment, so there's only 12 items shipping out there. So it's getting harder and harder to sell on Amazon, make it worthwhile, at least in the business model, you know, sending in thrifting stuff. And even wholesale, like I had a really good wholesale product that I was selling, and even then they just kind of made all these rules that made it impossible to sell it, right? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I'll probably sell it on Amazon because even on eBay like this, it sells for $80. So I get a significant amount of money. This product alone, you know, even if I was to send it and have to pay $88 again on another shipment, the extra money you make on Amazon covers all that. And then the other items are going to make profit. So it's definitely still viable to make money. It's just that the noose around the neck is just getting tighter and tighter until eventually I think it's just going to be impossible to sell on Amazon. I'm talking about on a smaller, medium scale like I do. I used to sell in the beginning like $250,000 a year on Amazon. That's sales, not profit, but the noose just keeps getting tighter. You just keep making less money each year. You still make money, so I'm going to keep doing it. Anyway, before I rant anymore, this was a great find, and there's going to be some profit in it for sure. And then below it is a pretty good find as well. This Night Owl security camera set, $20. It says camera's good, hard drive not working, so not a huge issue when you're paying $20 because new, this set sells for right around $400. Has a pretty good sell-through rate. And honestly, the hard drive, this is probably just an enclosure for a hard drive. Probably just swap out the hard drive pretty easily with it. I might do that if it makes sense, or I'll just sell it as is and let someone else do it. I noticed on Amazon just 2 of these cameras were selling for about $90 new. There's 12 cameras there, so or 8 cameras, I guess. So I'm going to get it opened up. We'll see what everything looks like. Figure it out, but there's definitely going to be some great profit there. There it is, everybody. That is my haul for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you found anything great recently at the thrift stores. Before you go, hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out. Check and make sure you're subscribed. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.